Mind your way, Ted.
I'd like to call this meeting to order and welcome everyone to the second meeting of June 2026 of the North Spencer County School Corporation. Our vision is to provide inviting and challenging learning opportunities for everyone. Superintendent Schneiders has 4 days prior to today provided each of the board members a packet of information in reference to the items on tonight's agenda. This packet is for our review and to have questions or concerns addressed. At this time, I would like to call this meeting to order with a moment of silence. The first thing tonight at our meeting, we have Jason Engelbrecht, and he is going to present to us in reference to the end of season sports report.
All right, thank you for the opportunity to present this evening on the behalf of.
I don't think that thing's live, Jason. I don't want you speaking into it like you think you're.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's good.
I think it's.
And it picks up. It picks up.
Good evening. Thanks again for the opportunity to present on behalf of HH Athletics. 25-26 proved a memorable sports year across multiple seasons, both genders, by every metric on and off the field of play. And tonight I'd like to recap some of those instances of outstanding academic and athletic success. So let's start with the two pillars that I feel are most important components of a strong athletic program, that is participation and sportsmanship. 361 total athletes across 21 sports competed for Patriot athletic programs at the high school level this year. 58% is above the national and Indiana average. Schools our size typically are in the 45% range of kids involved. So I'm sure you're aware of metrics that show that participation in school sports and extracurricular programs support academic growth. So we feel good about where our numbers are at. Of course, we'd love to continue to get that higher, but I thought it was interesting to take a snapshot of what kids are doing. We have 95 three-sport athletes. You hear a lot that fewer and fewer kids are going the route of all seasons and specializing in sports. I'm very proud of that number, and that's a strong number. It's something we should be proud of in this community. 100 athletes compete in 2 sports and 166 single sports for a total of 361 out of 620. That number is about 58%. So I'm very proud of that, and that's where we need to be, above the state and national average in that respect, and continuing to encourage these kids to get as involved as they can. Again, I think participation and sportsmanship are the fundamental pillars of any successful athletic program. So the second of which, sportsmanship, we ended our year-end rating at 95. We finished the fall season at 95, and we're able to maintain that through our winter and spring season. We'll continue to give coaches educational opportunities, kids educational opportunities, and work with them to put our best foot forward in terms of competing and representing the Heritage Hills community the best they can. But I'm very proud of both of those metrics. Those are right where they need to be. Going forward with a few of our outstanding efforts this year, we can start with Pocket Athletic Conference Championships. We were conference champion in 3 team sports: boys soccer, boys wrestling, and girls swim and dive. We were sectional champions in 4 sports: football at the 4A level, up on the success factor, volleyball at the 3A level, boys soccer, as well as boys wrestling. Regional championships included 4A Final Four appearance by our football program, a 2A Final Four appearance by our boys soccer program, and a 4th place team finish at the Indiana High School Wrestling Coaches Association for our boys wrestling program. All of those are in rarefied air, outstanding seasons, and certainly programs that I wanted to recognize tonight. A number of individual student athletic honors as well, conference, regional, and state level recognition for our athletes. I thought these were worth noting. We had 51 total all-conference Pocket Athletic Conference athletes this year, 38 boys and 13 girls. 51 put us and Gibson Southern at the very top of those rankings. I will say the boys' rankings are a little bit askew in the sense that football has its own divisions, and we had 10 football members in the large school division for football. So it skews that number a little bit, but all in all, an outstanding season and a year by all of our athletes. We had 20 total district and state level recognized athletes. That's outstanding. Jet being a runner-up in Mr. Football. Certainly we had several boys soccer players and football players that were recognized in the state level, girls sports as well. So we are making a mark on a local level, a regional level, and a state level. We had 36 academic all-state representatives as well. So this truly places the student in front of athlete. And I know from my own child's experience that the academic expectation here is accelerated and higher. So very proud to present on behalf of those team and individual accomplishments. The second page, I was fortunate to sit down with most of you and Mr. Schneiders in March. We discussed in detail many of these items. I'll just briefly touch on some of those for the sake of time, but we made many department upgrades. I tried to assess and update safety and need-based items, including support of both revenue and non-revenue earning sports in both genders. We made significant advances in software upgrades. We're in the process of mainstreaming our EventLink website. We will have a public domain that was scheduled to go public today. We were working on that, but essentially what we put into EventLink will mirror what the public can see. So I'm excited about that, and I want to acknowledge my athletic office assistant, Tamara DeWitt. She took a portion of spring break to go and get additional training. So we plan to extend our efforts there for appropriate provision and better communication of our facilities. We made financial accounting improvements to align with Indiana State Board of Account expectations. We upgraded signage in our facilities. I'm very proud to say that we purchased a timing system for our boys and girls track program, as well as boys and girls cross country, that's going to help us mainstream scoring and timing for postseason events. Girls wrestling uniforms, different types of safety netting and things. I want to acknowledge at this point to Mr. Schneiders, Mrs. Kress, as well as the board for their support in helping us realize some of these efforts. One that's on the table, I think, tonight that we've been discussing is an improvement at soccer with some goal backstops that will provide safety for the new pathway, as well as game management with keeping balls from going into woods and all over the place. Final page there, I'd like to just briefly talk about ambassadorship. The athletic director position affords a unique opportunity in that you're kind of an ambassador, maybe more so than anybody else in the school district, and working with other schools and coordinating with them for events and tournaments and so forth. As we talked about in that meeting, I've accelerated efforts to host a greater number of postseason and conference level events. Based on experience in these matters, as well as relationships built over years, I feel like we have the facilities and the reputation to bring more events here. I'm proud to say that this fall in October of this year, we will bring both the boys and girls IHSAA soccer regionals here. That's a Saturday event. It'll be a morning event for girls, evening event for boys. January 2027, which is next year, we'll bring wrestling conference championships here. I'm very proud of that. And then in October of 27, a year from now, we brought the volleyball sectional back. I will continue to keep my foot on the gas to aggressively pursue more of these opportunities for our teams, coaches, and programs. Lastly, we're welcoming 3 new head coaches to our staff this fall. Obviously, someone we're familiar with in Kevin Temple. Kevin's hit the ground running, doing a great job. Numbers are good. I've made the comment several times that we haven't missed a step. It was a very smooth transitionary process, as I figured it would be, and that's a tremendous privilege to have someone that has worked in the program and bled in the program as long as he has, to be able to make that step and it be seamless. So I'm excited to work with Kevin. Nick Waninger will join us in boys and girls cross country. Excited about working with Nick. Nick does a lot behind the scenes. He drives a bus, does fundraising, coaches. I'm excited to add him to our head coaching staff. And lastly, we hired Brittany Fuchs as our cheer sponsor at last board meeting. Brittany is off and running, doing a great job, and I'm excited to work with her. Lastly, just to close, I wanted to say that I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. Everything that I had thought or witnessed from the outside was realized once I got here. I understand the tremendous success that Heritage Hills has enjoyed after being a part of it. Favorite part of the job, I will say this, is mentoring our head coaches. So I'm cut from that same cloth, and I have a lot of experience and opportunity to kind of be a guy to hopefully help them. And my goal our department goal is to maximize our efforts to improve the sporting experience of each Patriot athletic that represents our community. So grateful for the opportunity and looking ahead, excited about the things that we can accomplish.
Any question? Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a happy anniversary.
Thank you. I don't mean to be rude, but thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
See you. Thank you.
Okay, the next item is roll call. Wayne Brinkman,
Present.
Dave Waniger,
Present.
Jennifer Rich is not with us this evening. Chris Flohr.
Present.
Jennifer Aldridge is not with us this evening. Brittany Giles.
Present.
Okay, first item is approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is treasurer's report.
Meetings, it's the second meeting of the month. I just have a statement of funds in your folder. If I could draw your attention to first page, second line item down, 0200 debt service. Typically, there's not much action in that account, just a couple times a year that we do pay the bond, our two bonds. So now is one of those times, so you'll notice revenue and expenditure for the month being what it is. So that revenue comes from the May tax check. So once we have that, then we have the bill, of course, to pay the debt service, and that's where you'll see the expenditure go out. So I just wanted to draw your attention to those numbers, which typically are zeros, but not this month. So otherwise, I'm happy to answer any other questions you may have.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is consideration of claims.
The claims for this meeting are 109,450 to 109,536, totaling $436,975.87. Do you want to draw your attention on that to two things. One, if you think back to our process for the roofing projects that we went through and how we went through moisture management, essentially they served as the clerk of the works for the projects. You will see on this claim docket invoices for moisture management. So essentially, once they do so much work, they bill us. Those are those soft costs that we expected to have through that roofing project. So that is on there. Of course, it's towards the end. It's 109,525. I thought those were two of them. Can't find the second one right now, but I thought there were two. Maybe I missed one. But anyways, you will start seeing those occasionally. They are a larger amount. And then the other one is Mr. Weiner, 109,480. Please, you'll have to abstain once we vote on that one. Any other questions on any claim items? I'll make a motion to approve the claims as listed.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, next item on the agenda is personnel considerations. Leave, we have no leaves tonight, and resignations.
We have 3 resignations that I'll bring before you to accept. At the middle school, 7th grade volleyball co-coach Casey Guthrie submits her resignation. At the high school, assistant softball coach Jade Herman submits her resignation. And the elementary nurse, we have 2 RNs, one who covers the elementary schools, one who covers the middle high school. So this is the elementary position. Abby Hof resigns her position. I recommend you accept those resignations.
So, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Appointments?
Only one appointment at Lincoln Trail daytime custodian. Mr. Llewellyn recommends Denise Emmons to that position. Recommend you approve that appointment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Patron comments? Okay, then we'll move on to old business, which we have none, but we do have new business.
Yeah, we have 3 items under new business. One, Mr. Engelbrecht just talked about a little bit ago. I know when I was a middle school principal, this was discussed at least a little bit about the possibility of putting fencing and then netting that overlaps the fencing behind both of the soccer goals on the main soccer field. So with the new Lincoln Discovery Trail coming through, we thought the timing was right to do that. Stray soccer balls naturally happen if you've been around the game, and this is probably a safety measure that we just felt we needed to do. So Mr. Engelbrecht did get a quote from Tri-State Fencing in Evansville. The amount to do, again, a 64-foot wide, 5-foot fence with 20-foot high netting on behind both goals is $23,602. I recommend you approve Tri-State Fencing to do that work.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item, consideration of administrative wages for 26-27. If you guys think back to 1 year, well, a little less than a year ago, October, November, we approved a 2-year teacher contract. So for 26-27, the teachers have known what they're going to receive. On administrators, we do it a little differently. We do it year by year. So basically what I'm bringing before you is your approval for 1 year, 26-27, the administrative wages that have been presented to you. I recommend you approve that request. I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item is fairly complex, but I'll summarize it for you. Over the past, before I was in this office, there's just been some talk about ways that the cooperative could be structured in a way that served student needs and financial concerns a little more efficiently. So there's just been different discussions on different ways to go about this, and within the past couple of months, it's moved rather quickly. Basically, what's happening is what I'm asking you is to approve notifying the Du Bois Spencer Perry Cooperative of our intent to withdraw from the co-op starting the 27-28 school year. For next school year, nothing would change. What is required is for us to give a 12-month notice of our intent, and that's what this letter of separation is doing that I put before you. It's kind of I don't know if it's unexpected. It's certainly are a little surprised by, because this is a long existing co-op So I think this is an opportunity for us to evaluate what works for North Spencer, what's best for North Spencer. We want to make sure we provide services to students. We want to increase those if at all possible. We also want to be financially responsible. So that's what I'll do, and I'll bring information before you as it becomes available with what our direction will be for 27-28. So I'm asking for your approval of the letter of separation from the Dewey Spencer Perry Exceptional Children's Cooperative.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is request. We have no field trips and we have no professional leave, but we do have a youth facility.
We have one for Lincoln Trail Elementary, and this is in the 26-27 school year. The American Red Cross requesting use of the gymnasium for their community blood drives. I recommend you approve that request.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item is, there are no others. We have the superintendent's report.
Only one item on the superintendent's report, just an update on our summer feeding program. Through 3 weeks, Mrs. Lindsay told me today that we have served 5,174 meals, which is a pretty large number. So we're happy to do that, and of course, it is not too late for individuals to sign up. They just need to contact Jennifer Lindsay. This goes through the month, through the end of July, minus the week of the 4th of July, and you take that week off. But it is good to hear that our community, that we offer it, of course, and that our community is taking advantage of it. That's all.
I entertain a motion to adjourn and go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried, and we are adjourned at 6:23.
Okay.